people who haven't been, they think of Augusta, the town, and like all of it as like this Disneyland. And it's like, no, it's like a really small, kind of broken down town in some parts, and also the biggest stage in sports. And you're like,
Yep.
those two things together, just they feel, yeah, it feels weird.
Yeah.
Last two course questions, I guess, in terms of angles. I was thinking about this when you were talking about 11. Augusta's a place, and this is true of other places as well, but it seems like you do need to be on one side of the fairway or the other. Is that, how many holes are like that out? Is it all of them? Like, what do you think about when you think about trying to be on one side of the fairway or the other?
Yeah, there's certain, I think about it probably more on par fives. Like if I'm going to lay up, for example, eight's the longest par five. I don't know if it's the longest on the card, but it plays the longest. And so that's a hole where you lay up really matters, because the back left pin and kind of the front middle pin, you're okay getting it up like up the right and having an angle. But when they put it back right or middle right, if you lay up too far right of the green, you have really no shot, no ability to get it close. So that's where you start flirting with hitting it up the middle to left center. But you don't want to miss your layup too far left, because you'll be in the pine trees in the pine straw. And then wind matters so much there. When the greens are fast, depending on the angle, like same spot on 8. If the pin's middle right, but the wind on the hole is straight left to right, all of a sudden now, if you lay up too far right, you're hitting straight into the wind. So you kind of cheat your angle a little bit there. 13, guys lay up in wild spots, either way up the left to go straight up the green, or way up the right, almost hit the people there on the corner, 13 and 14, to go kind of straight across the creek. And 13's got a couple unique pins where that factors into our layup. Like the back left one, we want to get it way down there, so we're just kind of hitting a pitch up the hill. You don't want any spin on your wedge shot. Whereas like Sunday pin, where it always is kind of middle right, I'd rather have spin, get it up there, but have the ability to spin the ball back. So yeah, and guys have different philosophies. 3 is a hole that's changed a lot as guys have gotten longer. My first few Masters, hardly anybody hit driver. Now, I think the full cover on the bunkers maybe 285, maybe 290. Most of the guys in the field can do that every time. And so many guys will hit driver there all 4 days. Because if you can fly it that far, your fairway is literally 70 yards wide. And now you're hitting this tricky kind of pitch up the green. And there's a couple pins that pitch is really hard. But our conversation is usually, okay, if the wedge shot's really hard as well, I'd rather a hard 40-yard shot than a hard 90-yard shot. Mm-hmm. So there's a ton of work that Paulie and I would put in pre-round. Take us 20 minutes, sometimes 30 minutes. We'd go through every hole, every pin, and the wind on that hole, and really have a game plan and kind of know what we're doing, and kind of refresh me on proper miss spots, like where you can and can't miss it. That was always helpful for us.
What are the shots on, this is the last course thing, but what are the shots on the course that you're like, I can't take that on? I might be able to hit it because I can hit pretty much any shot, but it might be like a 1 out of 5 or a 1 out of 3, and I can't take it on because then I bring double or triple into play.
Yeah, I think anytime on 13 that we had a pretty good hanging lie, and I had like an awkward club, like anytime I had hybrid 5-iron or 6-iron, I felt good. But if I had like a chip 5 wood or even a 3 wood, I didn't like it. Like I would just lay up. A pin that I never liked was back right on 16. I felt like the guys that made birdie there to hit it close either have just a lot more guts than I do, or they're oblivious to the fact that the right bunker is, we call it a water hazard. Like if you hit it in the right bunker, pin high on 16 to the back right flag, you're going to hit your bunker shot down the hill every time. And then you have a tough 2-putt for bogey. So that's one where we would actually try to end up about 20 feet short, because we thought if I push it a little, it stays in that kind of fairway area, I can actually chip it close. Perfect shot's 20 feet short. If I pull it, I'm still fine. That was always a pin that made me pretty uncomfortable, but that's the nature of Augusta, is you're very uncomfortable all day. And can you be really committed when you're uncomfortable? I mean, I got to tell this, that Paulie brought this up today. I hit a cold shank on 16 one time to the front right pin, and it was an 8-iron.
I remember it. I wasn't going to bring it up, but
I'll bring it up because this is funny. So 8-iron, and you know how many people are right of 16. It took us 15 minutes just to clear everybody out. I mean, they got their cups, their merchandise, they got the whole thing. And so sure enough, I chip it in the front bunker, nice up and down for bogey. We go to 17. I'm pretty embarrassed at this point. Pins middle right, winds right to left, 20 miles an hour. And Paulie gives me the numbers, and it's an obvious like cut 8-iron, just left of the hole to hold the win. So Paulie goes, I like that. Let's play that hook 9-iron, Webb. And I'm like, hook 9-iron to a middle right pin with a right to left win? I'm like, what are you talking about? He's like, I just think it's a good play for us here. And I looked at him like, what are you talking about? And he kind of leans in. He goes, well, you just shanked this cut 8-iron in the last hole. Are you sure you want to do it? I said, give me the 8-iron. So, of course, I hit a toe. I towed it, pulled it to about 45 feet with my 8-iron. But we still laugh at that one because when has he ever recommended a shot like that? Only after a shank.
That's incredible. That's so good. I mean, how would you not tow it at that point? You can't. I mean, you can't let it. You can't even get close to the
ball. Had no chance to not be towed.
Yeah.